Alright, how you doing? Today, this is John from Snap-on John 100. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to fix a light. My channel is all about being self-reliant, being able to do things yourself, save money, have them fixed correctly, and have fun. Also have a little pride in the things you've done. And whether it's bushcrafting, working on your car, working on small engines, plumbing, anything that you can do yourself will help you be a little more self-reliant. So I'll get right back to you. I got to pull this lamp down. It's a three-way switch, and I'm going to be taking it apart and putting a new one in. Okay, first there's a ring inside that you got to take off. Now you can see it right there. The ring is around the socket. So I'm going to remove the ring. I'll try to see if I can point it out. So I can hold everything. Right there is the ring. I'm going to remove that. And then that will allow me to take off the glass globe that's on the top. Now I'm going to have to support this. Hang on. What I'm going to do is I'll pause the camera and then I'll take that off. Okay, I've got the ring off. Now I can just pop the glass part off, and as you can see it's separated. I don't have another hand, so what I'm going to do is I wanted you to see how that comes off. Just comes straight off, and then that exposes the socket base. Okay, now this whole piece right here unscrews. And then what we'll do is we'll separate it. So let me unscrew that part. Let's see if I can get it on camera. There we go. Put that on camera. Unscrew that part. Now that can come off. Now there's a little piece right here to separate that goes over the wire. And you unscrew the stem, take that out. Now this whole base, you should be able to unscrew this base right here. Okay, that holds the switch in, assembly in place. And now what you do is you pull out some extra cord. So you're going to need that. And then you feed that up through. And there you go. You see, there is the actual switch itself, and it's got two screws and the wires on each side. Okay, so the wire, one of them is brass, the other one has got silver on it. The brass side is the one that's the hot side, and the other side is neutral. That's important because if you've got them switched around, a lot of times you'll touch something on the metal part of the lamp and you'll actually get shocked because you'll make the outside of the lamp hot. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these screws out right here and here. That's a Phillips. Looks like it's a combination, Phillips or slotted. So I'm going to remove those two screws, and then I'll get back to you. I just want to show you, this is the way the screw comes from the store. And so what you have to do is you have to remove this bottom piece that's on here. And let me see if I can get it with a pair of pliers, or see if I can. No, I'm going to have to get a pair of pliers. Get this pried loose just carefully, making sure you don't have your hand in the way in case this slips. You don't want to jab in your hand. See, like that? Okay. It's just about off. There we go. Let's get it coming. There we go. Now that's off. We can expose. And this one we can push it down and expose the inner parts. That's what we want to put back in the lamp. We don't need this. We don't need this piece. We're looking for this because that's all that was there on the other lamp. Okay? There are the two places, silver and brass. So now I'm going to take this wires off the other one. Okay, I'm going to use a slotted screwdriver. Actually, I'm going to be able to screw this. I'm going to screw this top back on there because, let's see here. I'm going to get that one piece out of there. Missing the little plastic piece. There we go. Alright. This plastic bushing keeps the wire from chafing, so I'm going to make sure that's on there. I'm going to screw that back on. Pull this wire, push the wire through here. It's going to have a little bit of friction. Alright. Feed that back down in there. And I'm going to put that back on just loosely because I'm going to have to tighten it anyway later. Okay, so now I can get to this part. And first I'm going to take off the one from the neutral side. And also another way you can tell a neutral is the neutral side is going to have ribbing on it, and the hot side is slick. Okay, let's see if I can see that on this. There's ribbing on this side and nothing on that side. It's hard to tell because it's got a wear on it, but the it's best really just to do them one at a time, that way you won't goof them up. That's what I'm going to do. So I took this off of the silver side, so I'm going to put this back on the silver side on this one. Okay, just make sure that's snugged right down. I'm actually going to use a Phillips. When you've got a combination slot Phillips, it's a lot better to use the Phillips because you're going to end up not messing with jumping out of the. A lot of times the slot will, the screw will cam out of it, so this Phillips fits tighter. So you can really give it a little more torque. Okay, now I'm going to take the old one off the brass. This is the hot side. And I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to just throw that away. You want to hang on to the switch knob because you're going to reuse it. Throw that in the garbage. And then, now I'm going to hook this up. Copper or brass side. Open up the screw a little more, and you'll see this has got like a little special knot in it, so it's a strain relief knot. Okay, and now if you're having trouble, you can use a needle nose plier to fish that in there. Alright, so I didn't have to use one there. You want to make sure also, you want to make sure when you're hooking any wires over a screw and tightening it, you always want to make sure you hook the wire over clockwise so that the hook end is clockwise, because that way as you rotate the screw, you're tightening and you're pulling that in instead of pushing it out. So just make sure all the hooks are always clockwise when you put them on. There we go. We're ready to rock and roll with this one. So I'm going to take this knob off. This has got just an ordinary knob. I'm going to put a long one here. And now I'm going to feed this back in. So what I want to do is unscrew this so that I can have the space to pull this wire in without damaging it. Alright, so I'm pushing this in. You line the slotted end, you line that up with where the switch knob is going to be, and you rotate that and pop it right down in there like so. Now once that's in there, as you can see it, it's in there right there. You just get it straight, and then you put the screw knob on. It just spins on. The little shaft is threaded. Okay? And now you take your ring that holds the switch in place. You put that in. You screw that down, making sure the knob is centered, and you get that tight. Okay, that's tight. Now you just feed the rest of the wire down through the center of the lamp. You might need to pull on the other end if it's not coming out good. There we go. Pull. There we go. Now I'm going to push this down, and I'm going to spin this on. There, got that on. Now I'm going to go to the base, and I'm going to make sure that all the slack is pulled out. Right here. Here's what you're looking at underneath here. Pull that out, and then just like that. Can you see that? There you go. Now it's all set. Comes out of here, goes through there. Now we're ready to put the top on. Get all the dust out of it. Top is just going to fit right on like this. Just like that. And then the top ring will hold it in place. Just like this. Let's turn that in. There we go. Now you've just replaced a three-way switch. I'm going to try to, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a three-way bulb, plug this in, and I'll get right back to you. And then we'll try it out and see how it works. Stay with me. Okay, I got a new bulb. Here's the lamp over here, and we'll try her out. That's one click, another one, and a third. That's your three-way switch. We just fixed a lamp. Instead of throwing it away, the cost of the switch was a little over $3. And now we've got a brand new functioning. Our lamp is functioning just like it was before. We didn't throw it away, and we were self-reliant. Thanks, and have a great evening.